The word game changer is more than a little overused these days, but in this case it may be well earned. So I've got Ross joining me today and we're going to dig into why the JBL Bandbox more than lives up to that term. So without further ado, let's touch on why JBL are probably the right people to be making this then. Have you got any thoughts on that, Ross?
Yeah, there's been plenty of kind of ways to practice at home. Obviously talking from a guitar player's perspective, various amps designed for that kind of purpose. But when you're learning a song, there's one thing that I've always struggled with, and that's hearing the parts. That's where the Bandbox is just mental. It's got stem separation. Right? So there are apps and there are incredibly expensive hardware devices that do this. To my knowledge, there's been nothing, not just at this price point, but at this size, that can do that. So from a learning a song point of view, it is, dare we say, game changer.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got all guitar amps and effects and all the good stuff that you want out of a great practice amp. But obviously in the Solo, it's just a little wee box that you can take to a gig, take on holiday, wherever you want. Tiny little thing. It is incredibly loud, so you can get some decent juice from it for sure. But this stem separation, it just means that you're going to be able to kind of literally separate stems from songs. So you can go, right, I can't quite hear that guitar part. So you stream into it through Bluetooth, really simple, and then you hit the stem separation feature and it will pick out those guitar parts and you can hear them isolated, which is incredible.
Yeah, that's wild. And also, I guess, in reverse, if you're then wanting to practice the part, you could duck the guitar out and create your own bespoke backing tracks on the fly.
Exactly that.
That is wild. And like you say, I think that's something that every guitarist wants,
yeah,
but hasn't had access to without spending a lot of money,
yes,
like you say. So, and these aren't even all that expensive, so the affordability is a big thing as
Absolutely.
well. Should we have a look then at the Solo then to start with? Because you say it's
yeah,
tiny. I mean, it's not a big unit at all, but it packs quite a lot into it. Should we go through what it does?
Absolutely. So the bare bones, let's talk again from a guitar player's perspective. We want guitar sounds. So there's a ton of different amp models in there, all the effects that you're going to need, from British amps, American amps, high gain, clean, all that good stuff is in there. A ton of different cabinets to choose from as well. So plenty of scope for just raw guitar tone to manipulate that further. We've got compressors, drives, auto wahs, various modulation effects, delays, reverbs, all the stuff that you want. So very, very quick and easy to get a sound. So this preset is called Queen's Crown and it sounds like this.
That sounds excellent, actually.
It's a great sound.
Yeah.
It's a really great sound. If we want to get into that further, we can go into the app and go, right, okay, let's turn the compressor off, but turn a gain on. Maybe calm the level down a little bit, calm the gain down a little bit, and that'll just give me a bit more drive rather than compression. So on and so forth. And it really is just that simple. So you just slide up or slide down to turn the effect on and off. We want some chorus. You go in and you go, right, let's just add some chorus. So really, really quick.
Yeah.
Super easy to mess around with. Delay. Sounds great.
Bigger sounds than you expect from something that size.
Absolutely.
And you're controlling all that through your phone. Do you need to do that through the phone or can you do that through the unit itself?
There is an amount of controllability through the unit, but if you want to deep edit any of the presets, yeah, you need the app.
Cool.
And that is on iOS or Android.
Brilliant. Okay, well, and then if you were to pair that then with a backing track, should we have a look at the AI side of things and the really exciting bit, I guess?
Absolutely. So let's take a track that I kind of hinted at there. Let's use Queen, Hammer to Fall. Great tune.
Choice, yeah.
Let's just tweak that slightly. Add some more gain because that's fun. There we go. Right. So if we just go to Spotify. So we've got the track. Go to the stamp function. Turn that on. Take the guitar out. Okay, now, if I wanted to learn that, so you can also do it with vocals as well. So yeah, if you want to learn a vocal part or essentially create a karaoke track.
Yeah. I mean, being in the room with it, because that's been going to be the question that people ask, does it work? Is it a gimmick? But actually just seeing it there firsthand, it does, and it's that easy as you've just demonstrated.
Yeah, it is AI, so it will kind of learn as you go, I guess. But yeah, it will pick out those guitar parts quite easily.
Yeah, that's... And suddenly that term game changer, this is why, because as a practice tool,
yeah,
I can't think of a single person I know that wouldn't want that.
I was saying earlier, I was doing some gigs just before Christmas, and I wish I'd have had this, because some of those guitar parts, they were so low in the mix, couldn't quite pick them out. So I came up with something, but to actually have this in place, yeah, absolute mental tool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab one, because I'm a fan of the Smiths, and Johnny Marr, he liked to bury his tracks in the mix.
Right, yeah,
so actually to access those, this is perfect for me. Yeah, and then, as like you say, being able to duck the guitar and just play along with a bespoke backing track just from Spotify, not even having to do... I mean, before you'd have to pay for someone to make a backing track or make it yourself, which would take hours on a DAW or something. This is a serious bit of kit, actually, but as you say, for not a great deal of money. And so in terms of the functionality of the unit itself, because some people might be put off a little bit by the phone, what is it that you can do direct within the unit itself then?
So you can balance the two elements quite easily. So the track versus the guitar sound. So without necessarily having to deal with levels in presets. If you just want to use the stock presets, you might find that a clean sound you want a little bit louder. So you've got control for the track. You just click that button, turn the guitar up or down. But you can also do the stem separation on the unit itself as well, so you don't necessarily need the app for that.
Just waiting for the hammer to fall.
Take different elements out.
Yeah.
A little piece of you is falling away. Let your past the rusting away.
So yeah, just tons of fun. And that, I think, is what it needs to be. It needs to be fun, it needs to be easy and quick, and just let you enjoy learning. Because I don't know about anyone watching, but learning a new song can be a chore sometimes.
Yep, it can. I mean, this is, honestly, I'm really, really impressed, and I get accused sometimes of being overly that, but this is, it's just being in the room with it is so cool, because the way I mainly play guitar is kind of just sat on the sofa having a jam. This is a way of kind of taking that to the nth degree and giving me all the tools to play along with my favourite tracks, because that's what I like to do. I like to write my own stuff, but actually a lot of the time I want to play along, and this is a way of just making that really deluxe and premium. And it's tiny. I mean...
It's tiny, but obviously JBL are very well known for the sound quality.
Yeah.
And that's such a huge part of this. It is unbelievably loud. Like, you can annoy some people with this.
So what's the power then of this? Is it
30 watts.
30? I mean, fair enough. You wouldn't again, it's just, it's mad to pack that into something that size. And being in the room, I can attest to, and hopefully that translates. The sound is massive, you know.
Yeah, it's for such a small unit. When I first got hold of it and had to play, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, that moves a remarkable amount of air for its size. But again, that's kind of what JBL are known for, that kind of super loud, clear sound, which is what you want for audio playback. And again, there have been practice amps out there that can play back audio. Some of them are okay, some of them are not okay. This is just killer. For such a small box that you can throw in your gig bag. And I have certainly been in the situation not that long ago where you go into a rehearsal or a gig and someone says, oh, let's throw this song in, and you need to go and learn it. You just pull that out, pick the guitar, great.
And you're there. I mean, and we'll touch on kind of some of the live uses with the trio in a little bit, but the solo, in terms of for practicing, it is a trailblazer, because it feels like everyone's going to want to copy this now. And I guess our job here, because when people read about this, they will be excited, but I think there will be that skepticism to a degree of, does it work? You know, I've been promised this stuff before and it's not quite delivered. You know, and being in the room, it does. So I'm hoping that's coming across, because this is a seriously impressive bit of kit, and it feels like the future is now.
Yeah, and again, sort of sound-wise, you have a ton of different sounds that you can choose from. So just go through a few presets for you real quick. So that big 80s thing, big 80s kind of clean, chorusy thing that's very popular again at the moment, which is nice. Or this is called vintage trem, so bit of tremolo action on there, bit of little bit of hair.
And just a quick note there, actually, because I'm normally quite picky about gain and drive sounds. It's about digital, I'll be honest, but these models sound quite tactile and responsive and quite amp-like, actually, in their breakup, which I actually didn't even expect, even after getting the brief on these. So that's,
Yeah, so if we turn the tremolo off and you just get that raw amp sound. Cleans up. You can hear different, with our humbucker or a single coil.
Yeah, it's a one-stop shop for practicing, because even, I mean, the AI stem separation in itself is impressive, but to be able to get a breadth of tones modelled as well, it means you can just plug in and go.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. And I mean, I've wanted something like this for years, but it hasn't existed. Thank you, JBL, I guess, for stepping to the fore and providing it. So,
and the high gain stuff isn't left out as well. Let's get the Brutals. US Metal. That sounds like a good start. It can do that too.
Yeah, it feels limitless, actually, which is, I really didn't expect, even as I say, knowing what it could do. Yeah, so is there anything more that the Solo can do that we've not touched on?
Yeah, there's a few kind of little Easter eggs in there as well. So yeah, again, I'm very much a guitar player and that's what I'm going to use it for. But obviously, yes, you can get rid of the vocals out of a track with a stem separation. But if you plug headphones in, you can do a couple of things. So the jack input also doubles as a mic input. So you can plug a mic into it. Nice. It sounds great. You got vocal effects in there like reverb and stuff. So that's really useful. If you don't have a mic to hand and you're a guitar player and a singer, so you can take the guitar out and the vocals, just have the original track go in, plug in headphones, you got a little mic built in.
Oh, what? Oh, is that what that? Oh, that's what that is.
That little hole is a microphone.
Huh.
So yeah, with headphones, you can actually kind of sing and play along to the track as well, which is super useful. It's battery powered, so you get like 8 hours of use.
Oh, that's again more than I thought. That's
plenty.
A lot, yeah.
And if you want to do some recording, you want to mess about with that, it is an audio interface as well.
Oh, just a cherry on the cake.
Absolutely.
It's not a cake, wow.
For such a small unit, it's got some stuff in it.
Yeah, it does a lot, especially for its size. So moving then from the Solo to its big brother, the Trio.
Yes.
These share the same app, don't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. And there was a few things. Did I spot on the app there was a pitch shifter
Yes.
on there?
So I guess more from a vocal perspective, if you sit in a certain range and you're trying to learn a song and it's too low, too high, you can actually pitch the song down or up in semitones, which is super useful.
Yeah, even for guitar as well. If you've got something that's half step down, you can't be bothered tuning your guitar down.
Well, yeah,
you change
absolutely.
the track instead, separate from the input, which is just a little like nice bonus thing. As I say, there's a lot packed into this, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we haven't touched on the app? Let me think.
Yes, there is a looper built in and a drum machine as well.
Cool.
So again, from a practice tool, it's so good. It's so useful for so many things.
And then is there a tuner in there as well?
Yes.
That's because that was the only thing I think that it doesn't, if that isn't in, but it's got everything, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It is
absolutely.
The one-stop shop comment keeps coming back to me because it kind of is.
Yeah, and it's difficult kind of some of these, I guess, terms that have become a little bit cliche, and there are absolutely people out there that go, oh, it does this, and this really does do everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do our best to kind of try and translate it, but there are going to be some people that are skeptical, and you're just going to have to try it because being in the room here, I'm sold, and I'm sure they will be too. But
yeah, when I first started messing around with it, it was, oh, and it does this, oh, that's really cool, and just all these little kind of things that you don't necessarily think of, or that you don't think you need, but when you've got them, it's like, oh, yeah, brilliant, that's so much fun.
yeah, and I'm a cynical man.
But we're guitar players, we are.
Yeah, of course. But it was only once I sat in the room with it and kind of went, oh, it works. Yeah. I know that's daft to say, but it's kind of, we've been promised this stuff before. To have something that actually delivers is very, very cool.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, the Trio does quite a lot more then, doesn't it? And it probably, if this is the ultimate practice tool, the Trio is for more than practice, isn't it, really?
For sure. Obviously, you can use it on your own. It is considerably louder. Obviously much bigger in size, so the sound quality is going to be better still. And yeah, the volume is more than you could ever want. My immediate thought when I saw that was, oh, from a busking point of view, and fine, you know, busking is arguably a lost art for some people, but yeah, it will fill a street volume-wise, but obviously, yes, you can plug your guitar in and you can plug a mic in, but you can do a lot of that at the same time and have it all coming out with all the effects, with the stem separation again, so you got your, not custom-made backing tracks, the actual backing tracks.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, busking and kind of maybe function gigs was my first thought, because I almost envisaged the scenario where someone came up and said, oh, can you play this song?
Yeah.
And not only can you can now create a bespoke backing track with multiple inputs to then realise that on the fly, which is, I imagine for some people is just a no-brainer and just go buy it based on that alone, because it opens up their options.
Yeah, I play a lot of weddings, and sometimes, you know, you're playing down the aisle or you're doing the wedding breakfast and you just need to kind of be heard, but in the corner and just kind of be background. It is perfect for something like that. Absolutely bang on.
Yeah, and obviously the panel on the top of this is quite a bit bigger.
Yes.
Does a lot more. Should we do what we did for the Solo and just kind of go through it and show what it does and give a few examples?
Absolutely. So you got multiple inputs, so you can have multiple guitars, vocals. You could arguably plug a drum kit in as well if you've got an electric drum kit, or even an acoustic one, mic it up through a little mixer and go in, do that. You've got various presets again for your guitars, but also for vocals. So you can really tweak the EQ and the effects on that too. So yeah, plenty to mess around with. You can do a lot more on the actual unit, but again, just for ease, we'll use the app. So again, I am currently in channel 3. So you just go into the preset, select your preset. We currently have smooth jazz. Sounds like this. Budget jazz.
Living up to its name though, totally. It's lovely, that is, yeah.
Absolutely. And again, all the way up to full brutal industrial metal, this preset is called, and that sounds like this. Something like that.
Yeah, from one extreme to the other.
Absolutely. So, and every level of gain and effect that you can want in between.
Yeah, because I hadn't had a
that's fun.
chance to see that side of it too much before today, so I didn't realise the kind of breadth of tones you can actually to get to. And yeah, in the room, I hope that translates. They all sound excellent, actually. Which I'll be honest, being back to the cynicism thing, I didn't expect. I'm normally an analog man, but this type of stuff is winning me round at the minute. I won't lie.
Analog is great, and we love it, and it's fun. Sometimes, you know, I'm a big advocate of the right tool for the right job.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just want to plug your guitar into a little box and just have everything there ready to go and not mess around. And again, just make life easy. And certainly the older I get, the more I like an easy life.
That's it, convenience. You shouldn't underestimate the value of it. And
100%. And it's got to sound good as well. So that's, like you, cynical. You know, oh, it does this and it does this, and then you plug in and, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, and it sounds really, really good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see once people can get their hands on these, kind of what people do with them, because it is just going to be that pleasant surprise, you know, every time.
One big thing for me was being able to mix a track and your guitar just so easily, and it fits, you know, and again, that's huge testament to JBL managing to make that happen, because again, you get other practice tools that you're constantly changing levels, or you know, your guitar's too quiet, it's too loud, or the track's too quiet, it's too loud, and you spend more time kind of mixing, becoming a mix engineer than a guitar player, or anything else that you put into this. Obviously, you plug a bass into there as well, acoustic, whatever you like. The fact that everything is just there and it sits perfectly with minimal tweaking, that's a godsend for me.
Yeah, I mean, all the interface and the audio side of it, it'd be cool just as a guitar amp, but the fact that it does all that as well, it's like you say, it's the ultimate convenience tool that you kind of take in 2 or 3 pieces of gear and combining them into one. And yeah, the older I get, the more I value stuff like that, to be honest. So
absolutely. From a songwriting perspective, let's have a look at maybe the drum machine.
Yes, yeah, let's dig into that.
So you can see from the top panel, it's super easy. Just hold the big button down and that will get you into the deep dive menu. Select the drum machine and then just hit play. Simple as that.
That is, yeah, straightforward.
Change the tempo and the volume.
That's a nice option to have in there. Just again, we talk about bonus features. That's a really nice one to have. So it's, yeah, just build your own track almost. Just kind of you know, you got a spark of inspiration, or you're playing around with a riff, and there's a ton of different drum beats in there, obviously as well. Being able to change the tempo and get something just again quick and easily. As guitar players, we don't like complicated sometimes, or generally as musicians, it's got to be quick, it's got to be easy, and this is absolutely that. Yeah, intuitive is the word I'd use. Just watching you do it here, that was very quick. It's very simple. You're not diving through menus and kind of loads of button presses. And as you say, if you're trying to capture an idea quickly, you don't want a chance to lose the idea in menus and whatever. So
absolutely. And metronome, if you know drum beats aren't your thing and you just want to practice your scales to a metronome, you can do that too.
Yes, like the diligent players that we are sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, and that's where the looper and the tuner and all of that live in that menu as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. So just go to your tuner real quick, and there it is, and it does that. And I am out of tune. So on and so forth. So
nice, easy interface.
We know what a tuner does.
We do, sometimes.
I should use one more often.
And then I suppose the big is the multiple inputs, isn't there? So I can pick up my guitar and see if this works.
Yes. So you can have a preset.
Oh,
so let's get what kind of sound would you like?
Nice and clean. We'll go for
clean.
that. Yeah.
Try that. That's pop clean. Oh, they're not in tune. Oh,
Yeah, maybe we should have gone back to the tune.
oh, makes my feelings itch.
But the point stands, you know, and that thing of just opening up the possibilities. This is kind of for solo practice, but in terms of multiple musicians, or one musician needing multiple inputs, massively opens your world up.
Yeah, sure. Band practice. Again, it's just. Oh, do we use the game changer word?
I suppose we can stretch to it if you want.
Yeah, you go in for rehearsal with your mates, and you've got the mixer, and then you got the PA, and again, it's all of that time spent. It's just an all-in-one box. Everyone plugs in, very, very quick to balance everything out. And again, that back to that stem separation feature, it's just such an incredible tool to have at your disposal that's built in. You don't need an external device. It's all in there.
I hadn't considered the practicing, because I think everyone who does band practice is used to taking 10, 15 minutes to set up before you start.
Absolutely.
If you can knock that out, you know, save a bit of time, bit of money as well if you're paying for the practice space.
100%.
Yeah, it's from whatever way you look at it, it's saving your time, which is definitely valuable. So,
and dare I say, yeah, it's an incredible tool for musicians, but I don't think, off the top of my head, I can't think of another product that you can actually use for like family fun. You know, parties and whatnot. You fancy some karaoke one night, and I know it's a weird thing to say with such a product, but it can do that too. Yeah. So you can absolutely just have general fun with it, as well as being an incredible tool for a musician. Yeah,
it's almost a guitar amp, an interface, a drum machine. It's a lot of things, and as you say, even peripheral uses like there's a karaoke machine and stuff like that, but with interactive where you can drop the vocals out and just do that all intuitively on the fly through Spotify, whatever audio app you want to use. Like you say, I don't think anything like that exists. If it does, I haven't seen it anyway.
No, for sure.
And having the JBL badge on it, that's the ultimate stamp of credibility, because people trust it because it's got that name on it.
Absolutely, 100%.
So to kind of, I suppose, finally, people in the context we've talked about, people are going to kind of use these, I would guess, mainly battery powered. So what is the battery life on both the units?
You've got 6 hours on the Solo and 10 hours on the Trio.
I mean, that's a lot, isn't it?
Plenty.
I don't know anyone that's going to be jamming for longer than that.
Yeah, and in the context of, like we say, using it for parties or whatever, 10-hour party sounds like a good time. Rager,
yeah. And I think that pretty neatly covers everything. I hope it's translated to some of the viewers my excitement certainly towards it, because I'm going to want one of these, and I'll start with the Solo, but like you say, maybe once I dip my toe, we'll see where we end up.
Absolutely.
So I think to wrap it up, let's have a bit of maybe an outro jam.
For sure.
Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. And thank you to Ross for joining us today and doing all the technical stuff for me, so I don't have to worry about it. I really appreciate that. Yes, and we'll see you next time.